Of American sailors, their hands on their heads, Iran putting out the images, the Americans kneeling and apologizing. Tonight, how did they end up in Iranian waters? And critics now saying Iran is humiliating the U.S. Breaking news, your money, the stock market, and the deep dive today. Tonight, what this means for your savings and your retirement. The escape from the economy, Powerball fever tonight. We're just hours away now, 1.5 billion. And word this evening, the Chinese buying Powerball tickets too. Could they win this jackpot? She's a fast-rising Republican star. Tonight, Donald Trump taking aim at Governor Nikki Haley after her message to Trump as millions watched last night. And the water emergency. The National Guard now called in this evening. How long was an American city drinking lead in its water? And who knew about it?
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the images of American sailors prominently displayed across television in Iran. 9 men, 1 woman held by the Iranians tonight. Critics say Iran has humiliated the sailors amid questions about why they were in Iranian waters in the first place. The 10 American sailors on display, their hands on their heads as the cameras roll. The sailors are asked if their vessels were in Iran's territorial waters. You will hear one sailor's answer, and tonight CENTCOM is now saying the Iranians staged the video and that sailor was trying to defuse a tense situation. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran is in Bahrain.
Tuesday evening around 5 p.m. in the Persian Gulf, the capture. 2 American boats are surrounded and subdued as Iranian Navy cameras record the scene. And then, a few minutes later, the surrender. Images of the 10 U.S. sailors kneeling, hands on their heads, the Iranians in control. Through the night, Secretary of State Kerry makes 5 calls to the Iranians demanding the Americans be released, explaining it was a mistake. And those American sailors, 9 men and 1 woman, spend a night in captivity. Their passports are examined, a meal is served, and then a mild but pointed interrogation.
What matter that you penetrated in Iran territorial water?
It was a mistake. That was our fault, and we apologize for our mistake.
Asked if the boats were inside Iran's territorial waters?
I believe so.
And how were they treated?
The Iranian behavior was fantastic while we were here. We thank you very much for your hospitality and your assistance.
This morning, the Americans are released. The boats head back into international waters. The Pentagon suggesting one had engine trouble and drifted into Iran's waters. The U.S. refuses to apologize, but sharp questions remain.
Why didn't they call for help? Why wasn't there anybody there to help them? Why didn't they tow themselves away? And why did they allow themselves to be taken hostage by the Iranians without a fight?
The White House says the quick release of the sailors is a sign of better U.S.-Iranian relations after the nuclear deal. But others see an emboldened Iran, challenging, even humiliating America. David?
Terry Moran in the region tonight. Terry, thank you. And we also have breaking news here at home tonight. Wall Street and another deep dive today. The Dow closing down more than 364 points. The S&P and the NASDAQ down 2, and we're nearly halfway through what's been a brutal January already. So what does this mean now for Americans and their retirement savings? ABC's Gio Benitez from Wall Street tonight.
Tonight, a Wall Street nosedive. This is the worst start of the year for stocks ever. All major markets down significantly. Just look at these numbers. Not only was the Dow down nearly 365 points, the NASDAQ down 3.4%, S&P down 2.5%. What's dragging the markets down? Oil. Prices have been dropping and dropping, hovering around $30 a barrel, the lowest prices since 2004, amid concerns of a slowdown in major economies like China. So what does all of that mean for you? Well, the average 401k of $92,000 has already lost nearly $7,000 in value since the beginning of the year. And David, there's an old saying here on Wall Street, as January goes, so goes the year for stocks. 70% of the time, that old saying is true, and we're already nearly halfway through January. David?
Gio Benitez down on Wall Street for us. Gio, thank you. Americans desperate for an escape from an uncertain economy are getting one and getting in line for Powerball. We are now hours away from the drawing, $1.5 billion and counting now, and just look at the lines across this country. From the border of Nevada and California there, lines stretching for blocks tonight, out the door of so many gas stations and grocery stores. And after multiple drawings and no winner tonight, there is an 85% chance that the winning ticket has already been sold. But to whom? As we get word tonight that even the Chinese are now buying up Powerball tickets. We asked Lindsay Davis how this works.
Tickets are selling at a frenetic pace. Just this evening, Powerball sales $1.3 million a minute. Yes, a minute.
The winner!
The winner!
The winner!
That can't be the winner. We're getting
This is the winner!
Even Hillary Clinton admitted today she bought a Powerball ticket.
And if you win?
Well, I'll fund my campaign.
The number is so big, it doesn't even fit on billboards. But what would this historic jackpot of $1.5 billion look like in your bank account? Accountants almost always advise taking the $930 million lump sum. Investing the roughly $450 million after taxes can give you much more money than the 30-year annuity.
If you invest in government bonds, you'll make about 4% a month. That's $600,000 after tax a month for the rest of your life.
A $450 million windfall is enough to put about 3,000 American kids through college. The countless options of how to put that kind of money to good use also explain why Canadians are flocking across the border.
Hopefully one of us will win. That'd be nice.
Anyone from anywhere can play as long as they're 18 years old. But the ticket has to be bought and claimed in one of the 44 Powerball states. It's illegal to resell a lottery ticket, which is why you can't buy tickets legitimately online. Though that's not stopping brokers from selling tickets to customers as far away as China.
So, Lindsay, where's the jackpot at this hour?
So lottery officials are saying that 85% of the combinations have been sold. This place behind me is packed. Everybody who comes out swears that they have the winning ticket. But if there's no winner tonight, can you believe it? $2 billion for the drawing for Saturday. David.
$2 billion, one can dream. Lindsay Davis, thank you. But in the meantime, it is back to reality tonight into the race for 2016. And the sudden war of words this evening between a fast-rising political star, Governor Nikki Haley, and Donald Trump tonight. Haley posted this image of herself delivering the Republican response after the State of the Union last night, a speech typically used to refute the president. But she also had words aimed squarely at Trump. ABC's Jonathan Karl asking the governor tonight why take on the frontrunner of her own party.
President Obama opened fire on Donald Trump.
And that's why we need to reject any politics that targets people because of race or religion.
Even Paul Ryan applauded. From Trump, a big yawn. With the speech still underway, he tweeted, "Speech is really boring, slow, lethargic, very hard to watch." But what happened next certainly got his attention.
Good evening.
South Carolina's Governor Nikki Haley, the rising conservative star who famously called for the Confederate flag to come down, included an attack on Trump and the official Republican response to the State of the Union.
During anxious times, it can be tempting to follow the siren call of the angriest voices. We must resist that temptation.
The line caught conservatives, including Rush Limbaugh, by surprise.
First time in my life I can remember the response to the State of the Union not going after the president, but rather going after the frontrunner of, in this case, her own party.
Big night last night.
It was.
Today I caught up with Governor Haley in Gaston, South Carolina.
What is it that Donald Trump is saying that makes him one of these angriest voices?
You know, I mean, the one that got me, I think, was when he started saying ban all Muslims. We've never in the history of this country passed any laws or done anything based on race or religion. Let's not start that now.
Trump is hitting back.
But she's weak on illegal immigration, and she certainly has no trouble asking me for campaign contributions, because over the years she's asked me for a hell of a lot of money.
Haley's message to Trump, relax.
I consider Mr. Trump a friend. When I say it about my other friends that are running for president, they don't throw stones. And so what I would say to Mr. Trump is don't take it personally.
And John Karl with us live from South Carolina tonight. John, the Republican candidates getting ready for their big debate tomorrow night, and Donald Trump once again center stage.
And there will be fewer candidates on that stage because Carly Fiorina and Rand Paul didn't make the cut. That means, David, more time for the others to really mix it up.
John Karl with us tonight. John, thanks as always. Meantime, on the Democratic side tonight, a decidedly different tone now from Hillary Clinton. Is it a clear sign she knows Bernie Sanders is on the move in the polls in Iowa? And even nationally tonight, A new poll showing Hillary Clinton's lead over Sanders is now just 7 points, down from 20 points 1 month ago. Tonight, her new argument and what the Sanders team has pulled from her past to answer back. ABC's Cecilia Vega covering the campaign.
With Hillary Clinton on the ropes in Iowa and New Hampshire, her family now out in force. Bill and Chelsea, and today Hillary all over the airwaves. The target, Bernie Sanders, the new fight over health care.
Senator Sanders wants to dismantle Obamacare, dismantle the CHIP program, dismantle Medicare, dismantle private insurance.
Sanders outraged, saying his plan would do nothing of the sort.
That is factually incorrect, and I hope the Clinton campaign stops saying that.
But this morning on GMA, Clinton not backing down.
That's exactly what he's proposed. Okay, so now tell the American people how much that's going to cost them.
Clinton claiming it will mean a tax hike on the middle class. But today, Team Sanders digging into the vault, releasing this 1993 photo signed by Clinton, thanking Sanders for his commitment to real health care access for all Americans. They also sent around this 2008 clip of Clinton blasting her then opponent, Barack Obama.
Since when do Democrats attack one another on universal health care?
It wasn't that long ago that Sanders was a challenger that Clinton barely mentioned by name. Now she is not holding back, attacks that her campaign says we will see a lot more of. David?
As we inch closer to Iowa, Cecilia, thank you. We turn now to the extreme weather tonight. Bone-chilling cold and snow already. And this evening, our team tracking a major nor'easter on the way. In the last 24 hours, the whiteout conditions on 690. This is outside Syracuse, New York. Yes, that looks like the hometown. And down the thruway in Buffalo tonight, a very similar scene. And there is a trouble spot this evening. Rob Marciano is tracking before we even get to the nor'easter. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, a lot of cold air, David, as you know, coming across some still very warm waters of the Great Lakes. All 5 of the lakes in play. We've already had 20 inches reported in the Erie County, and the flow is strong for Syracuse and Buffalo. 3 inches per hour in Buffalo right now, so accumulations there in the morning. And still bitterly cold for some of the big cities. 16 for a wind chill in Pittsburgh, 20 in Philadelphia, 13 in Hartford, and -6 in Caribou. My goodness. All right, you mentioned the nor'easter. Here we go Saturday, Friday night into Saturday. A rain event for the Carolinas. Stopping at noon on Saturday. Mostly rain for the bigger cities, maybe some snow in the interior, but we've got potentially another system on Sunday, David. Well, more details on that nor'easter tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Rob. We turn now to Italy tonight and to what could be a major development in that murder mystery in Florence. The young American woman living abroad found dead in her apartment. Authorities say she was strangled. And investigators combing through surveillance now for clues tonight what they found in those images. ABC's Alex Marquardt on the case again this evening.
Tonight, reports that Italian police are closing in on a man who they believe killed 35-year-old American Ashley Olsen. Analysis of hundreds of hours of video from cameras like this one on her street have authorities narrowing in on a suspect, possibly a drug dealer, who was spotted walking Olsen home and then going inside with her, according to Italian media. This bar is the last place Olsen was seen. These photos from DailyMail.com. It's just down the street from her apartment. She's believed to have left around 3 or 4 a.m. Friday morning. Her body was found in her studio apartment on Saturday, naked with scratches and bruises around her neck. The autopsy revealed she had been strangled by a cord or a chain. Investigators were back in the apartment today, reportedly wrapping up the forensic search. Olsen's father has put out an emotional statement saying the family is devastated and heartbroken over their loss. David?
Alex Marquardt with us tonight. Thank you, Alex. Back here in this country now into the growing outrage this evening and the growing fear in Flint, Michigan. Tonight, the National Guard mobilizing, officials going door to door there delivering bottled water after it was revealed that tap water is contaminated with lead and has been for more than a year now after a change was made to save money. And now word of something else, a spike in a deadly disease, and the question, is it all linked? ABC's Alex Perez in Flint tonight.
Tonight, National Guard troops called in to hand out water, an emergency move in Flint, Michigan. Teams going door to door, dropping off bottled water and filters for taps.
We need one up here.
Water contaminated by lead, especially dangerous for children. Worried parents here now having their kids tested for lead poisoning. This all starting in 2014 when the cash-strapped city of Flint stopped paying for water from Lake Huron and began to process water from the nearby Flint River to save some $19 million. Immediately, residents began to complain of bad-tasting, foul-smelling water.